I'm actually sitting here with my puppy. This is say hi, Jim. Okay, he said hi. So, anyways, I wanted to kind of have this discussion. We did this yesterday, and I kind of warned you about today. I just wanted to come in with this conversation and really say it might sound funny to say this, but it is. I don't think it's as bad as it seems. I kind of wanted to go in and kind of review how we got here. And when you kind of piece it together, you certainly understand how we got here. Um, but it should also paint a picture of how we get out of it. So first off, the story of the market where we at today starts, what was it, a month ago or so? We were at record peaks. We were I was talking about the market being stretched, evaluations. We were within percentage points of the highest PEs ever. So this drop, while extensive, while severe, it probably feels more that way because of where we started, right? We started at record highs, and we were at record highs for quite some time, right? So the start of this story is record highs. Fast forward, we have an event in the second largest economy of the world that really creates, at least at first, a supply disruption. That's what we felt first, is we were having manufacturing companies being worried about getting parts and being able to complete inventory, right? So this fall from record highs starts with supply disruptions, right? That's important. What we saw next is demand disruption from the second largest economy on the planet because people were being asked to not move, right? They were being quarantined, and that has a dent in consumer confidence and consumer spending and demand for stuff. And what started as a supply problem morphed into a demand problem, right? When you have a demand problem, you have top line revenue, right? So that's where this starts. Then this thing that started in the second largest economy spread, and it spread to some other countries with significant populations. Iran, South Korea, and Italy being the ones that jumped to the front of the line. And now, today, within the last 4 or 5 hours, we have Italy essentially going on lockdown. So again, we have supply disruptions and demand disruptions. And we have the potential, at least proven, that this could spread to other countries. But again, assuming what we're seeing out there is true, this thing does peter out, right? The rate of infection in the largest economy or second largest economy on the planet seems to be rolling over and flattening out. So that's a good thing. So the next thing we see is we have two large nations, Russia and Saudi Arabia, not getting along and basically declaring mutual destruction. That's what happened yesterday, Sunday. They basically said, we're not coming to agreement on cuts, and we are going to pump and pump and pump. Now, it is clear they are playing chicken, I would call it. I think both economies suffer greatly if this goes on for weeks on weeks on weeks on weeks. But in the meantime, there are American-based companies, frackers and others, that will be hurt because we can't get oil out of the ground for less than $30. It's a lost thing. So again, we have countries that are heavy oil producers, exporters, saying, I don't really know what they're saying, but they're clearly not getting along. And it will hurt them and cause potentially regime change, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. I can't say that word. Um, and that's a problem, right? And now we have the CDC basically telling people over 60 don't go on cruises. Who goes on cruises? Have you been on a cruise? They're mainly over 60. I've been on 15 of them. Then they're saying don't get on airplanes. That's not good. And just today, they're saying if you're over 60 and you're in a community with known infections, stay home. This again will be impacting demand, consumer confidence, and all of these things. So we have people hurt in manufacturing. We have people hurt in oil. We have rates going to near zero, so banking's hurt. We have retail hurt because nobody's shopping. But here's the deal. A lot of this stuff can unravel and work the other way. It won't be overnight, but it will happen. The other thing that I saw that I wanted to talk about, and it's actually the thumbnail for this video, is did you know, at least on the S&P, today was only the 18th worst day by percentage. And that's in the thumbnail. There were dates in 87, 29, 31, and some other dates. But again, this has happened before, and we recovered and went higher. So let's talk about how some of these things can unravel and go the other direction. The easiest one to figure out is Saudi Arabia and Russia can stop playing chicken. They can either play nice and say, hey, you know what, this hurts you, this hurts me. Let's take oil back to 40 or 50, right? Let's cut production. That will likely happen at some point. You are likely to get not only monetary policy, but I'm guessing there will be a big fiscal policy. What would you say if, this got soft for a month or so and companies kept reducing earnings, and suddenly the U.S. came out with $1 trillion infrastructure plan, to fix all these roads and bridges that we all know are outdated, fix the oil infrastructure, get people to work. Man, that'd be amazing. There was talk today about some payroll taxes. I've been around when they created an $8,000 tax credit to buy a home, right? There will be stimulus once we kind of figure out how to do this. The other thing is we will get to the summer, which by everything I have seen is there's great hope that warmer weather kind of kills this off like the normal flu. I don't know that to be true, but that is what I have read. So again, while it may seem dire and desperate today, you got to remember all the things that happened. Record highs, supply problems, demand problems, two big oil producers fighting it out. We have the CDC saying don't travel, don't get on cruises. We have record low interest rates crushing banking. There's no wonder the stock market's down. But again, all of this can unravel and work the other way just as quickly. There will be coordinated discussions. There will be things that get us out of this. So don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. Can tomorrow be bad? Yes. Can tomorrow be good? Yes. No one knows. I suspect that tech seems to be the one area that hasn't got hurt yet. I suspect tech's days are numbered, and there will be a day of reckoning for tech. High PEs, high growth. I think there's a tech reckoning coming. But I think a lot of the market has taken a whack, and a pretty good whack already. Will unemployment go up? I think undoubtedly, right? There's already talk about layoffs in airlines and hotels and, things. I can think about the cruise ships. At some point, what are they going to do? Just dock the cruise ships and not go anywhere? They got to clean them all probably, right? Who's going to want to get on a cruise ship that hasn't been cleaned? So again, today was only the 18th worst day on the S&P, so there have been worse, and we've come back every time stronger. We've had the peak of the market, supply problem, demand problem, two nations fighting it out on oil. We have whole entire industries seeming to be whacked: oil, banking, retail, travel. The market should be where the markets are. So, um, yes, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. And if you have the wherewithal to invest and buy stuff that's on sale and have a long term vision, you're going to look back at this in a couple of years and just go, damn, I'm a genius. So I just want you to feel better about today. Know where you are. Be cautious. Raise your cash positions a little. But this is not the end of the U.S. This is not the end of America. People that are bold enough to make moves, you know Warren Buffett is looking to buy some stuff. Um, it's going to be fun. Could the market go down another 10, 20%? Absolutely, right? The collapse during the '08 was 60%. Um, I think that's Vinay. I am not a stock guy. So if you watch any of my channel, I'm a real estate guy. Um, yeah, not a stock guy. But I talk about stocks because that is what impacts consumers. And I'm seeing a bunch of consumers pull back on real estate. And I'm going to buy a lot of real estate. So in the end, I want you all to feel okay, right? Today was scary. I told you it was coming. Realize all the things that stacked up to get us here. It's kind of amazing when you think about it, right? We started at a peak. The peak was really, really stretched. We have a supply disruption, then demand, then two nations fighting it out on oil. Then we have CDC coming in and messing with travel and, just telling people to stay home and having their quarantines. All bad, 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 bad. It'll turn around just as fast. Once this cycle works its way out, we will come back faster and faster. So at the end of the day, I wanted to say goodbye. Have a good day. My puppy wanted to say goodbye. Say hi, Jim. He's 15 years old. He doesn't walk very much anymore. So do you think we'll have deals? Oh, yeah, for sure. I believe there will be plenty of deals in real estate. I believe I will do more deals in real estate between April and August than I've done the last 2 years. The last 2 years, just like the stock market, real estate's been stretched. I expect owner occupants to stop buying, Vinny. I think the Bay Area is, so I invest in Fresno. Good question. I wouldn't buy in the Bay Area. I think tech workers are going to get laid off. They're not going to be able to afford their $1 million 1950s home. That will be a problem. I didn't listen to Trump's speech. I'm going to listen to that leather. But yeah, I wanted you to feel okay. Yesterday, I told you this was coming. I want you to realize that it is, yeah, I think Modesto would be good. You need to look at it, learn your market. You need to watch this channel. I retired on Fresno, California, if you don't know my story, Vinny. Oh, futures are up. There you go. Just wait. That could just be a knee jerk. But again, I'm not predicting up or down tomorrow. I want you to realize how we got here. I think when you realize how we got here, you can realize how we can get out of it. It will be lots of little things that get us out of this. This will be awesome. So in the end, Roger, yeah, you nailed it. If you thought the futures would be up, yeah, that'll be good. So I just wanted to say hi to you guys, let you know that tomorrow is a new day and we will get through this. Take care.